Hi everybody. I hope you had, if you celebrated, I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. If not, I hope you had a lovely time anyway. um, my, I, I've been held accountable by somebody that follows the channel, and I follow back Mikey, or Big Mikey Nux. And I am procrastinating on putting my videos out, I found. So thank you for holding me accountable. I should be putting out more videos. And here we go. Well, I'm gonna give one excuse. Here's the excuse, and it's a bad one. I made a video on Thanksgiving Day, and I swear to God I did, but I got a new phone. First world problems, I know, but I got a new phone and I only had one cable, and I left it at work, and I was off for 5 days. And the video that I uploaded via Wi-Fi, and for some reason it wasn't publishing. So it's out there in the nether, in the ether, the nether. It's out there in the ether somewhere. Somebody's enjoying it, but it's not on this channel. I don't know where it is. I don't know what happened to it. So basically what it was I wanted to let all you know how thankful I am for you. And I had a huge long list of people to thank, and then, you know, since it's been lost and I'm thinking about it now, I'm thinking, well, you know, I don't really like to call out people specifically, because really I'm thankful for you all, even people I haven't heard from yet but that have subscribed. I feel the support. It's been an amazing support group that I found here on YouTube. So what was I giving thanks for on Thanksgiving this year? One of the things I was giving thanks for was all of you. So thank you for being here and listening to me ramble on with these horrible videos, the bad production quality, and just my lovely fancy backdrops of my shower. But I appreciate it. I really, really, really appreciate you being here and just listening, and your comments. You've been very supportive and motivating. And even if you don't comment here, I do watch your videos, and I'm kind of a shy person, so I don't say much unless it feels authentic. I don't like to just put something up like, yay, good for you, you know, even though I know that's encouraging and I like that. I just feel like I need, if I'm going to contribute to a comment, I want it to be something that's meaningful. So anyway, that's just me. Anyway, I'm rambling. So anyway, thank you for everybody, and I'm thankful for you. And on to the video, this video. So that was the video that was promised, kind of. Here's my update for today. Take 2. So week 11 has passed. I'm on schedule. I just finished the energy workout and the red hot core workout, which is the beginning of week 12 for the beginners program for DDP Yoga. And I'm still really, really having a problem with red hot core, getting into, like, transitioning into some of these poses, which they don't feel like with yoga there's a flow. Like, one position easily transitions usually into another one, or if it's not an easy transition, there's like a transitional pose. And red hot core just has a couple of poses that are difficult for me to even get into, and even if I stop the video and get into that position, it's like ridiculous for me to even try. It feels just, it feels impossible. So I'm having a problem with this certain pose called inverted table, and I will have to admit, my confession for this workout is I didn't do it. I just sat there and I watched in awe as how these people are doing this. And I'm thinking to myself this whole time, even before this workout, I've thought to myself, and there's 5 people plus Dallas doing this video. And I'm thinking to myself, all of these people are very fit, and I understand that they want to show that this is what you could look like doing this program. I get that, but it would be very helpful to see somebody my size with, you know, it's not even that I'm not flexible, it's that I just can't get into some of those poses because I am in the way of myself at some point. And it would be kind of nice to see how people of that size, which this video is supposed to help, get into these poses and you know, because I start to doubt myself. I really start to doubt. And I'm like, am I even doing this right? I mean, it feels like I'm doing what they're doing, but, you know, I obviously can't with some of the stuff. So, yeah, I have some doubt. And I think that's coming because week 13 is coming up, and that's the end of the beginner program. And I'm wondering, do I just move on to the intermediate program, even though I can't do a lot of these poses still? I don't know. I feel like if I stop and just keep doing the beginner stuff, that I'm not going to be pushing ahead enough. So I'm kind of at that deciding point, and I think I am just going to go to the intermediate, even though I'm still struggling with the beginner stuff, because I have made progress, and you know, I'm going to go onto their forums, DDP Yoga forums, and ask what other people have done. But I'm just having some self-doubt here. Pardon me. So, and then that comes up to another topic, which is I have to do measurements in 2 weeks. And with Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas coming up, but I've had Halloween and Thanksgiving come and go between the last time I did measurements and the next time I'm doing measurements. And even though my fitness has increased, I'm not feeling the difference, and that's all my fault. And it's mainly diet. I'm actually keeping up with the schedule for the yoga program, which is I'm super proud of myself for. But because I've changed my mind on what kind of, you know, my eating, and you know, I think I'm finally kind of settling on something that I'm happy with the starch solution. It's just I've been faltering on the food, but again, it's progress, not perfection, that I'm going for. But I'm kind of dreading that disheartened feeling that I think I'm gonna feel, because I don't feel the difference yet, and it's been 13 weeks. 13 weeks. I've never stuck with a program to lose weight before for 13 weeks. I haven't. And so yeah, I have some kind of mixed hesitation. It's fear. It's all fear on my part, and I can't let that rule or dictate. But I have to be honest. I'm very hesitant, and it's also part of it is I feel the pressure. I want to motivate, and I want to help people, and I want people to, you know, stick with whatever they're doing. And you know, if it's not working for me, I don't want them to think, well, then it's never going to work for me, and why should I even stay with this? But yeah, anyway, some doubts floating about the head. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I do recommend picking up the starch solution, whether you read it online or you pick up the paper book. I picked up the paper book because I like to carry it with me, and if I'm gonna go shopping, I have, you know, the recipes and stuff there, and I can flip back and forth through it. I like the hard copy of the book. But it's a very interesting read. lots of information, lots of data on, you know, the science and the medical side of why starches and carbohydrates are kind of our natural food. Yeah, I suggest picking it up. I ate per the program yesterday. None of the recipes, but I just kept it very, very basic. I had brown rice, and I made my own chili beans with like Louisiana hot sauce, and sauteed some onions and garlic and tomato and mixed it all up, and I put some vegetable stock in the brown rice, and oh my god, it was so good. I still have some left for tonight. And then in the morning I had oatmeal, and it's very, very, very satisfying way of eating, and you don't feel heavy and you don't feel bloated, which that was so uncomfortable doing raw till 4. Always so freaking bloated, and I've never felt that before. I mean, other than like, never, really. I can't even think of when I've ever felt that way other than on that way of eating. So it's not for me. And then plus, now that it's actually cold, and it's actually raining here in California, can you believe it? Finally, it's been like 3 straight days of rain. So much so that it's a problem. I want hot food. I really like cooked food. Not to say that I won't have a salad or some fruit, but it doesn't restrict me to just raw food. And it makes me feel really good. Lots and lots of energy, which, you know, on the raw till 4, I'd have energy, but I felt like it was spiky. You know, I'd eat fruit, and then I'd have a smoothie in the morning, and because you never really stop eating, it feels like. You'd eat, and then you'd have this huge spike, and it just didn't feel good for me. So that's why I picked up the starch solution. Thank you to High Carb Paul, because he's really the one that kind of sold me on it. He's got a great channel. If anybody, please, if you're curious, go check out his channel. It's not preachy. It doesn't put anybody down for eating a different way. It's just his account of his experience with the diet and what it's done for him. And plus, he's really funny, which always helps. And he's just a really genuine guy, and I really like it. So he sold me on it, even though I'd heard of Dr. McDougall from multiple sources before. He's the one that pushed me over the edge to actually start it. So, yeah, check out High Carb Paul. And, okay, so I'm gonna call somebody out. Because he called me out. And I said I wouldn't, but I will. I'm going to. Big Mikey Nux. Now, he's holding me accountable. He's the reason why you're getting a video tonight, honestly, because I procrastinate horribly, and I'm very shy, and I don't really like to do this because it's so amateur, it's horrible. Some people put together these beautiful videos, and mine are just chaos. But Big Mikey Nux, he held me accountable to do this video, and thank you for doing that. I should be doing this. This is for me, first and foremost, and secondly, I hope it helps other people. But yes, I'm still on the horse. I am on track, and now it's your turn, sir. You must do a video. I know you were sick. I'm glad you're feeling better. Now that you're feeling better, please post a video. It's your turn. You're in the hot seat. So yeah, he's a good guy too. If you're curious about DDP Yoga, there's a guy who has made wonderful progress, and it's a great program, and he just has a great effect on me, at least. Again, very, very honest and forthcoming, and just a really genuine guy. I love his videos, so check out his channel as well. I'll put everybody's channel that I'm mentioning in down at the comments. The last thing I wanted to mention was, as far as resources and where I'm getting motivated, The Rich Roll podcast. If you're not familiar with who Rich Roll is, I've mentioned him before. He's an ultra marathon, or is an ultra athlete. He does the Ironman race and all that kind of amazing stuff. He's an amazing athlete, but he has a podcast, and he has had the last few that I've downloaded were just exactly what I needed to hear at this time. I keep saying progress, not perfection. Well, that came from an episode that I just finished. And I'm in the middle of an episode of a gentleman that is, he's ran Badwater, which is a 100-mile or more foot race across Death Valley. And at one point he was 320 pounds, alcoholic in a very bad way. And I'm in the middle of this episode with him talking about his story and what he did. And so I'll put the links to those, at least to Rich Roll's his website, and then you can look for the podcast. But the thing with Rich is that he is plant powered. He is vegan. Now, it's not that he's a fruitarian or a starch solution person or whatever. He's vegan. So he will eat high fats. He will eat fruit, he will eat starches, he'll eat anything as long as it's vegan. So he's much more of a broader spectrum as far as that's concerned. And he's a native Californian, lives out in Malibu, and he's phenomenal. At first he's very intimidating because of, his athletic abilities, and he looks like somebody that's just... is just naturally athletic and perfect, as far as his physique, and somebody that had never... My misconception is that these people are like that all the time, that they were born like that. Well, Rich has come from a very difficult background too. Which you can read his book, or listen to the podcast and he'll tell you about it. But he wasn't always ultra marathoner, Ironman, multiple Ironman, Rich Roll. He had quite a journey. So I guess my point is with this, which my thoughts are kind of not collected, but check out Rich Roll. Do not be intimidated by the fact that he is an ultra athlete. The people that he has on his show are incredibly motivating, and they come from all kinds of backgrounds, and he gets into some of the more spiritual stuff, meditation, but he covers a wide array of topics, and the people that he interviews are fascinating and definitely innovative and motivational, and just it really is an incredible podcast, so you should check it out. What else? I think that's it. I've rambled a lot, but this is proof that I should be doing more videos, because I'm trying to cram in a bunch of information. But, okay, so here's my last thought. Here's my last thought, is that one of his guests, one of Rich Roll's guests, and I totally forgot her name, which is horrible of me, but again, I'll put her name down below. The name of the episode was Progress, Not Perfection. And honestly, that is something that, even before I heard it from her or from him, has been something that's kept me moving forward in my journey, which is, it's these little steps. It's an aggregate of small steps that makes this larger goal. And also, it's about it's two steps forward, one step back. It's not always moving forward, but every time after you've stepped back and you move forward again, there's growth. And that's where change is. And I think, in my opinion, real change if you just start, that's when change happens. I know that sounds kind of simplistic, but if you really think about it, when you're looking to make these huge life changes and you're looking at the whole picture, it's just overwhelming. I have to lose 100 pounds. I have to finish a marathon in 6 months, or whatever your goal may be. If you just take it, honestly, one moment at a time, bit by bit, every single little change that you make it's cumulative. At the end of the road, you will have made such progress. I have made such progress. In 12 weeks, who would have thought I would have been eating 100% vegan and still on program and cut out soda still, and it's slow, it's frustrating. You want the change now, which is part of the problem as to why we can't recognize when we make actual progress, because those little decisions are what ultimately will get you to where you want to be. So again, very timely guest that he had on. She was really good to listen to. But that's what I'll leave you with. So remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Give yourself credit for the little changes that you've made or that you're going to make. But the first step to change is making a decision to start. Whatever your challenge is or whatever your goal is, start. And it doesn't have to be a grandiose movement forward. It could be something very simple, but it's something that you hadn't done before. And that's my advice. That's what I've been doing. And it seems to have been working. It seems super simple, but it takes a lot of guts to start. So give yourself credit for starting, but start. Do it. Move forward. You'll get there. We'll get there together. I promise. I'm not giving up on you. I'm not giving up on myself this time. So anyway, that's it. It's 22 minutes of me rambling. You're welcome, Internet. Anyway, I'll let you go. Have a beautiful night or evening or day or afternoon or wherever you are in the world. And be good to everybody, you know, but definitely be good to yourself. You deserve it. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.